Hello and happy Sunday. Welcome to all of you great viewers out there from around the world to another episode of the Sunday Spin. My name is Austin Hess with the Restaurant Magazine and the Panama Good Times newspaper, and I'm always so excited to help those living in Panama find awesome elements about the country and those looking at Panama from the outside that might have interest when, things are going on back home and you're just looking for a different lifestyle. Again, this show, we go around the country each week and we go to certain areas just to kind of give a highlight and a spotlight to those areas, just so people can get a feel for what Panama has to offer. So if you are one of those people that is considering Panama, today we're going to the Coastal Highlands. Now, the Coastal Highlands, this consists of Chica, Buenos Aires, Altos del Maria, which we're going to spend quite a bit of time over with some listings today. So if you're liking, the nature and the trees, this is going to be something really special for you. We have El Capacito and the famous El Valle, which my guest here, Allan, which welcome to the show, Allan, by the way.
Thank you.
He's in El Valle right now, and it looks like you guys have some great weather today, huh?
It came down just out of nowhere this morning. I was really enjoying myself in the river, actually, and I came back just in time, and it's raining right now.
Yeah, well,
pretty hard.
I'm from Portland, Oregon, and one of the things I like to remind people, because when I came down to Panama and the Panamanians told me, "You like this country?" I was like, "Oh my God, I love this country." And they're like, "Wait till the rainy season." And it's like, "Oh my God, rainy season." And I got so scared. But then the rainy season came and it was so romantic. The rain was beautiful and relaxing and the weather's still warm and everything gets so green. And when it rains, it rains, but it's not all day, or it's not for days on end like it is in Portland, Oregon. I mean, when we say rainy season in Portland, Oregon, we're talking 9 months of rain. So it's like, just for those out there that are thinking about Panama, when we say rainy season, which I like to call green season personally, is not like back up in the north. It's a whole different type of rain. It's tropical, it's beautiful, and it's amazing. So again, we're in the Coastal Highlands. We're going to talk to Allan in just a minute. He is an amazing individual, got some great hostels and a hotel in El Valle. So we're going to talk to him in just a second, but I want to kind of share a little bit of the photos of the area and just give you an idea of what you can expect when going to El Valle. Quick view. Sorry, there we go. All right, so there we go. We already had it up. So this is myself. Obviously, I was in beautiful El Valle just before the COVID situation. As you can see, big smile on my face. This is a cool market in El Valle and definitely a place of interest. If you like fresh vegetables and fruits, I mean, just look at the colors. So if this is a place that you are able to live, it's a mountain town. Again, it's only an hour and a half outside of Panama City and, 20, 30, 40 minutes from different beaches down on the coast of Coronado, Buenaventura, Gorgona, and those areas that we were talking about last week. So this is a beautiful area, lots of culture. If you're an outdoorsman type person, you like to hike, if you love the nature, I mean, it's just gorgeous mountain ranges. Famous for their hiking. This is something that, a lot of nature lovers really enjoy. The views, once you get outside of El Valle is actually in a crater. Once you get outside of El Valle and some of the other highland mountain towns, you have views like this. So Pacific Ocean after rolling hill in the foreground there or in the background. So again, it's very close to the Pacific Ocean, as you can see, and rivers, beautiful rivers and lots of wildlife and amazing culture. You can find a lot of this going on, different organizations and folklore dances and programs all throughout the year. So, something like this is very special to me. I saw this actually driving down from El Valle one day a couple of years ago, and I stopped just because I love this type of thing. I love culture and I love this element of Panama. So this is something that's really special to me. And, you know, if that's something that you enjoy too, this is a great area for a lot of that. Tons of insects. And we have a young lady by the name of Jenna coming on later that is into these bugs. Hopefully she's going to be able to tell us more about these. Didn't add any of the spiders, but, you know, there's hundreds of different butterflies in El Valle, different types of bugs, and a lot of interesting stuff. So that's El Valle in a nutshell in the Highlands area. Very, very beautiful. Now, real quick, before we jump in this interview, again, want to show you guys, we're here in Panama. As you can see, we're going to go in here, you know, Panama City's right up to your right there. If you come along this area, you know, this is where we're going to spend today. You know, it's right in here, all this mountain area. It's just so beautiful. Sorry, my mouse is going a little crazy there. But yeah, this is El Valle area. So if you get on Google Maps or Google Earth, you can check all this out too. We're going to have all the names in the description. As you can see, the road going up has a lot of these listings that we're going to be looking at the end of the show. Remember, guys, at the end of the show, Mike Vuytowecz, owner of Inside Panama Real Estate, the sponsor today, he's going to show us some of the listings and what you can expect when looking at this area, you know, from, you know, less expensive to top high notch, very expensive homes. So he's got a variety to show us today, which again, we're going to see at the end of the show. Make sure to stay and check that out. Now, again, we're here with our friend Allan. Allan, thank you so much. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us, you know, you're the owner, right, of Bodhi Hostals, which I think you said you have 3 hostels and Golden Frog Inn. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. And thank you very much for having me, Austin. The introduction you gave of El Valle is pretty much spot on. And yeah, like you say, I'm here. I have a couple hostels. One of them is here in El Valle de Anton. I actually live here myself. And like what you said about the rain, it's so true. And the other thing about, I grew up in Canada, and the rain it's very different. It's very unpredictable, and the rainy season here in Panama is actually one of my favorite because you know, in the morning, if you're early you wake up early, you can actually do just about everything you want. I was at the river today. I left just in time. There's a downpour. Came back, about to have a cup of coffee. I came back a little bit late, but I'm sitting. Actually, this is right here. This is my backyard. So I didn't need to like. I don't know if you can see, that's my birdhouse.
Yeah, beautiful. So, I love the tree and all the floor, you know, like it's just so green.
I mean, I don't know if you can see my yard there. I mean, I'm not staging anything. I'm just like sitting in my backyard. So, you know, it's you know, one of the coolest places in terms of the weather to live. And I grew up in Canada. I'm very used to the cold, and Canada's Panama is very hot. So up here is perfect for me.
Yeah, and I agree. You know, and you know, you're in El Valle, which is considered one of our mountain towns. They also have Boquete, which is a mountain town that's farther away from the city. But both areas, you know, when people say, "Oh, I'm going to go where it's cold," it's like it's not really cold. It's cooler. You know, it's not. We never have snow. You know, we never have frost. Let's talk about that real quick. What are some of the temperatures like throughout the year in El Valle for people that are watching maybe in Canada or in the United States right now?
Right. So typically we have 2 seasons, which is the rainy season and the dry season. El Valle, it has its own microclimate. I don't even know how to describe it. It's not the same as in Panama City per se. It's about 6 degrees to 7 degrees Celsius difference. So I don't know what it is in Fahrenheit, but it's very noticeable, the difference.
Yeah. So you're saying it's probably around 78 to about 89 typically in, I think if my conversions are going right, you know, I lived my life in Fahrenheit. Then I came to Panama. I've been here almost 9 years. So
my life is in Celsius. Yeah. And pretty much, the 2 seasons are the dry season. It runs from November to around May. And that's actually typically the tourist season too. So they prefer, you know, it being dry so they can do everything. I live here. I love the rainy season. That's the other half of the year. And just everything turns so lush, so green. and it's a lot more calm. There's not so many tourists here. I work in the tourism, you know, and I love
Keeps you
it when
busy.
yeah, right. I like it when the tourists are here for the business, but then I like to live during the rainy season here.
Of course. Well, it makes sense. And I get it. Like when you are operating and doing a lot of the things yourself, I mean, of course, you have a great team, but it's very hands-on and it, you know, it keeps you busy. So
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, I get you when it's, you know, even this situation with the whole COVID-19, like, you know, so many people were upset. You know, we're in a lockdown. I was like, man, this is a great opportunity. You know, for 8 years, I've been go, 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 go.
Yeah.
And it's been nice just to spend time with my son. You know, obviously my son's not in school. He does start school next week and it's going to be online. So I guess I'll still be spending time. I'm going to be a teacher's assistant. So,
Yeah.
but I wanted to talk to you more about El Valle. You know, I've been to El Valle. I love El Valle a lot. I love how close it is to the city and how much of that amazing nature that you can just run into. What are some of the main reasons, like with your hostels or your hotel, that when you talk to clients, what are some of the main things that like pull them there? Are they into hiking? Is it because of the butterflies? What's kind of the overview of what your guest looking for?
Right. So a lot of the people come to Panama. First they go to Panama City to see the canal, and then they have a whole selection of beaches, and then there's the jungles, and then El Valle pretty much represents the jungle, and also it's on a higher part, so it's a lot cooler. There's a lot of waterfalls, rivers around us. There's a lot of we get a lot of bird watchers here in town. Bird watching season is coming up in October, and yeah, I mean, just the way of life here is a little bit more relaxed, and I mean, the biggest reason for me is the weather. It's cooler. I think I repeated that a couple of times, but yeah, that truly is the reason.
Yeah, and it's beautiful. Like I said, I've been there many times, and it's just such an amazing place. So tell me, like, obviously, you know, the weather is your favorite part about El Valle, but let's talk about if, you know, again, someone that's never even seen Panama, you know, we know that El Valle is about an hour and a half away from the city, 2 hours, I guess, at the longest, maybe there's traffic. But what are some of the things that if you were to live in, you know, you live in El Valle, so what are some of the things that you enjoy doing throughout the week, especially when there's no tourists in town?
I like to, so the El Valle is actually a town that's right in the middle of a volcano crater. Okay. So everywhere we look around us, it looks like the top of a mountain. And there are mountains, but they're actually the top of the rim of the actual crater. Yep. So whichever direction you go, you pretty much have a way to discover and explore and you'll end up going up a mountain whichever way you head, because you're smack in the middle of the town. And on top of that, there's also a lot of waterfalls that are hidden. I don't know if it's hidden. To me, I found some of them recently too.
Wow. And so they got to be hidden then.
Yeah, they got to be hidden. Like there's around town, there's like, let's see, I think there's like 2 places to go to a river and waterfalls. There's endless options for the mountains. And I still find more waterfalls recently. I just had to go out a little bit. I went to one this morning while I was exploring, and
gosh, I'm so jealous.
Yeah. And
you know,
I guess the good thing right now is that nobody's out so much. So when I was there, I was pretty much alone. But I do have a friend that told me he went to that waterfall before, and it was also pretty empty. So during the before the pandemic, it was also pretty empty. Now it's just nobody there at all.
Well, and that's one of the things I guess we should mention too, is that whether you're looking to move to Panama or it's for tourism purposes, you know, I've always wondered, you know, you look at the beaches in California and it's like people stacked on top of each other. But when you go hiking in Panama or you go to a beach in Panama, sometimes you'll be lucky to see anybody, you know, and that's kind of where I see the world going, you know, like obviously before it was very popular amongst some types of people, but obviously as we go through this situation in life that no one expected, this is going to be more and more attractive to a lot more people. You know, I want to get outside. I want to see the mountains. I want to see beautiful flora and fauna and beautiful birds. I mean, I would never say I'm a bird watcher. Well, I can now because I love watching birds, like that's one of my biggest and favorite parts of Panama is the birds, they're just so gorgeous.
And living around here, I mean, it just gets you. Actually, for your audience to know, like we have people that live here from Hawaii. So for them to, if they've been to Hawaii, the people from Hawaii, they say El Valle reminds them of living in living in Hawaii, because within half an hour you can get to the beaches, and it's kind of like going down from the mountain range down to the beaches, and that's what Hawaii offers, and they like it here because it's cheaper than Hawaii.
A lot cheaper.
Yeah.
I actually moved from Maui on my way. I was actually moving over to Australia, and I stopped in Panama for a 3-month adventure, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to stay, just because I could not believe how incredible this country was and how much it had to offer in such a small landmass, and it's just such a beautiful place. We're blessed to be here. I want to, before we move on, I know it's Sunday and get out and have some more fun with nature, but I want to talk a little bit more about your hostels and your hotel. How can people get in touch with you? How can people look at your hostels and your hotel? Because I know you run really awesome operations.
Right. So for the hostels, we're located in El Valle, Santa Catalina, and Panama City. Right now, I guess, because of this pandemic, we're all currently closed, but then the easiest way to reach us is through Instagram.
Awesome. And that's Bodhi. Bodhi, gosh.
It's the tree of illumination.
Well, and if it makes you feel any better, I've always been so horrible at reading things. And people say, how do you own a newspaper and a magazine? It's like, well, I just build great teams. That's one of the awesome parts about Panama or anywhere. But here, I just find that you have such a diversity of people, from around the world, and you're able to really connect on different levels like that as well. So check them out, guys. Instagram. And also, you got the Golden Frog Inn, which has always been one of my favorite hotels. Tell us about that and what people can expect.
Well, it's a boutique hotel. I live next to it. It has it has one of the hotels with, I would say, the best view in town. It's halfway up one of the side mountain ranges. So most of the rooms has a mountain view, and it has a nice pool. I would say it's the best way to experience El Valle if you don't want to go out too much. And also you can see the birds from your window, from your balcony. It's smack in the middle of nature. So
that's awesome. And same thing, find Golden Frog Inn on Instagram, guys.
Yeah.
And, if you are here in Panama and you're watching this, we can expect that internal tourism is going to be really big coming up in the very near future. Panama holidays are all throughout the month of November, and you can pretty much guarantee that the country is going to be opening up for internal tourism by then. That's my prediction, and I feel that other people I talk to agree. If it's not a little sooner, maybe mid-October, definitely by November 1st. So if you're here in Panama, look them up. Great option to leave the city, go immerse yourself in nature, and treat yourself to some good hiking and beautiful outdoors. So thanks again, Allan. I appreciate it. We got Jenna coming up next.
Thank you.
And Allan, I'll be talking to you soon. Hopefully I'll be seeing you sooner. I definitely cannot wait to get back out to El Valle.
Thank you very much for having me.
Awesome, Allan. Thank you. I'll talk to you soon, my friend.
Yep.
Oh, and it looks like we just lost Jenna there. Maybe I'll have to be bringing on Mr. Michael Vuytowecz with Inside Panama. Let's see if we can get Jenna back on the line here. Ooh, not seeing her. And there we go. We got Miss Jenna, Adventurous Expat and Nature Lover. How are you today?
I'm good. I'm so sorry about the lighting, but we're having a bit of a storm and the connection is not great. So I had to move to a different spot. But I'm doing well. How are you?
Oh my gosh. Well, it sounds like you guys had an awesome storm about 30, 40 minutes ago, and it's kind of tapering off now, it looks like. But God, I missed it. Like I was seeing photos that Neil, another gentleman that was supposed to be on the show with us today, he just couldn't get his internet to work again. So that's unfortunate. But The storm looked beautiful. I love storms like that.
I do too.
So tell me this.
Yeah.
So you're new to Panama, is that correct?
I've been in Panama since mid-October, but I was living in Bocas del Toro before coming to El Valle.
Okay. So now you're in El Valle. How long have you been in El Valle?
Since just before the lockdown, mid-March, I moved to my current location.
Awesome. And so since you are traveling around a bit, obviously not at this current moment, but you were in Bocas, you're now in El Valle. Give us because you just came into Panama. Give us some of your observations. What are your first impressions about Panama, Bocas del Toro, and or El Valle?
It's spectacular.
And are you going to... Oh, looks like we lost her again, guys. The internet is not doing too well out there. I'm going to bring on Mr. Michael Vuytowecz. He's just down the hill. He has got blue skies and no storm over where you're at today, huh, Michael?
No storm here today. Blue skies and sunny.
Yeah. I do love it up in El Valle, but I also like the blue skies. I got blue skies here in the city. The birds are tweeting. Really appreciate Jenna and Allan coming on the show. So unfortunately, we lost Jenna, but guys, we got the man himself. Yes, I'm talking Michael Vuytowecz live with us on the Sunday Spin. Mike, I want to thank you for sponsoring the show. Guys, if you didn't know, Mike and Inside Panama have just set up an awesome program, and it's called the Fly and Try program. So if you want to come down to Panama and you decide you want to rent first, maybe a month, 3 months, 6 months, whatever it is, and then you end up buying a home through Inside Panama, they're going to pay that first month's rent. So that's a really neat program that allows you to come down and kind of get your toes wet, because there's so much difference in the little areas that are very close to each other, whether it's Coronado or Buenaventura. They're only 30 minutes down the road from each other, but there's a lot of difference in just the aesthetics and the beaches and the vibe of the town, where you might want one or the other. So again, that's a cool program. They also have rentals so that you can do that. For more information on the Try and Buy program, simple email to freeebook@ipreinfo.com. Again, guys, that free ebook is also available. So if you're interested in finding out more information, and I want to talk to you, Mike, about the ebook in just a second, but this ebook, again, if you would like the free ebook, it's a $300 value. The email, freeebook@ipreinfo.com. You can get yourself that free ebook, a $300 value, which a lot of people sell, but Mike has put together and gives away to people for free. So Mike, welcome to the show. It's good to see your face. Wish we were swinging some golf clubs today, but I'm over here in the city working my tail off. Let's talk about the ebook. Since we're on the ebook, I'd like to know more about the ebook. What's in the ebook? What can people expect in this ebook that you get?
Boy, that ebook is loaded, Austin. As you know, I used to speak at Live and Invest Overseas, and was affiliated a little bit with International Living. And over the years, I saw all of the questions and all of the things that people wanted to know. They wanted to know it so much, in fact, that they separated themselves from a few $1,000s to come and listen to all the speakers and get the information. So we compiled our own digital ebook that covers virtually everything you would want to know about coming to Panama. It starts off with a list of what to prepare to bring with you for the different seasons, what you may need when you get here. It covers all the different visa options that you could apply for to obtain residency. It tells you exactly what you would need to do them, how to open a bank account, how to start a business, get your driver's license, form a corporation or a foundation.
Bring your dog.
Bring your dog. Thank you.
You gotta love the dog. We have a dog in our family. We just got a cat. I'm actually, what I'm finding? I'm more of a cat guy. This is crazy. I never thought I was a cat guy, but
yeah, you didn't strike me as a cat guy either.
Oh, yeah, but maybe it's just the cat. Batman. My son got it for his birthday, and it's just a special little cat. So let's talk about the market.
Okay.
How's the market? What are we seeing? Obviously people are looking. Where are you seeing most of the people, like the inquiries coming in, whether it's from the Sunday Spin or just in general from your website? Where do you see people coming from? And again, what's the market looking like coming out of this COVID-19 situation?
Well, as you know, it's been real quiet for 5 months. Quiet in as much as people coming into the country to look at anything because you simply can't get here. However, one of the things you and I have talked about, people are locked up in the city. For me, it's not so bad. I'm out here on the golf course and I have a swimming pool and it's a sunny day most of the time. People in the city don't have it so lucky. They are literally locked down in condos and small apartments, and they're actually out roaming around in Panama when they can, and they're out looking to buy real estate outside the city, Boquete and here at the beach in Coronado.
Of course.
Despite the fact that people can't come, I mean, I've got to tell you, my phone is blowing up. The emails are blowing up. The inquiries are unbelievable levels.
It's just getting so crazy in North America. Are you seeing a lot of Northern Americans?
Most of the inquiries are actually from the United States. Not 100% of them, but the majority of them are from the United States. And a pretty wide range of people. I'm pretty diligent when I speak to people about asking them, where are you from? Why are you coming to Panama? Why are you considering leaving the United States? And typically it comes down to, to sum it up in two categories. It would either be politics, one way or the other, or economics. They simply can't afford the rents. They can't afford the medical care. They can't afford car insurance, many things. So now with all this nonsense that's going on countrywide, many of them are seeking options. I'm getting a lot of calls from police officers, go figure, they're retiring in droves, firefighters, municipal workers, a lot of digital nomads, younger people considering what historically has been a retirement haven because of the lifestyle so fantastic and so much less money that the younger people are starting to gravitate to Panama as well.
Of course.
So I anticipate, I really anticipate once the airports are open and people can freely fly in here and not have to be quarantined or anything like that, I anticipate we're going to have some brisk activity. We'll see what happens with prices. There's a lot of speculation about will prices go down? Will prices stay the same? Will they go up due to all the demand? Well, as always, time will tell.
Of course.
I really don't have a crystal ball on that. I can just tell you that the activity for interest is very high. Doing this show, of course, offering the free ebook, lots and lots of inquiries from people wanting that free information. Free is good, and it's
good information. You can get it for free, and if you're interested in Panama, that's one thing that I've always heard a lot about your company and you is that, it's more than just a real estate company. You give the free ebook, which is just an amazing thing to start off anyone's journey or interest coming to Panama, so they can be educated. They really know, they're really getting their foot in the door. And then once they get here, whether it's you or one of your agents throughout the country, in all your different locations, that's helping these people is just, it's like amazing. I've heard from numerous people, you know me, I like to run around the country and have fun and always bumping into people. And, I've never heard anything bad, always good things about how helpful, whether it's Joanne or, the young lady over in Puerto Moise or Melissa over in Boca Chica. There's just never a bad thing said. So guys, if you're looking for someone to help you really get through all the steps in being able to come to Panama and buy your home here, get the best deal, Mike and his team are always the ones to, get you there and make it really simple, which is a good thing because no one likes to do it in a difficult way. And that's probably another thing we should talk about in the community. Everybody is so helpful here. There's a lot of Facebook groups that you can get into whenever you need a plumber or a this or a that, any information. So check those out as well. Now, Mike, you got 4 listings to show us today. I want to dive into these, and kind of give people an idea of what they have and what you have and what they can expect when coming and looking at buying in Panama. I'm going to pull this open here, and the floor is yours, my friend.
Well, okay, good. Thanks. As you know, we talked about showing properties that are on the coast, but in the Highlands. So it's 30, 40 minutes from the beach, but a little higher up and cooler. This first home is a home that I just brand new listing. It's in El Espino. El Espino is a little pueblo or little town on the way to El Valle. So it's on the main road to El Valle. It's a great little 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. It's
beautiful.
Brand new construction to North American standards, built by a fellow from Canada who's done a really nice job with it. The home is 1,604 square feet. The lot is 3,055 square meters, which is just about 3/4 of an acre. It is very private. It is in a 5-lot subdivision, and this is the last lot tucked in the back, and it's really private, and it's great. 20 minutes from the beach in Coronado.
Wow.
It's fenced.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, easy peasy. It's fenced. It's gated. It's got underground utilities, ceramic tile throughout, granite countertops in both the bathrooms and the kitchen, European windows. Comes furnished with all the appliances. There's a washer and dryer right there. It's got a covered.
Wow.
It's really cool with this little zero edge plunge pool that looks right into the rainforest.
When you got to love those little plunge pools. They're very easy to maintain. And if you're not looking to swim laps, I mean, to get in and just splash around a bit with a margarita.
Afternoon libation with a cigar maybe, or
of course.
Really, there's no HOA fees at this property, and there's a tax exemption. It's property tax exempt for 15 years. The asking price is $249,900.
Okay. Oh, that was the last photo of that one. Were you done there?
Well, yeah, this is the first. Yeah, that was the last one of that one. This next home is a really interesting, completely different concept. In fact, I've never really seen one before. It's open air living, so it's really just a great big open space with a roof on it. It's 2 bedrooms. It's 1 bath. It's in a little pueblo called El Copacito, which is a really great place. I like El Copacito. It's got fabulous views to the ocean. You're about halfway up, so it's a little cooler than the beach.
This is cool, man. This is a good clubhouse type hangout.
It was built in 2007. It's 1,345 square feet, and it's 21,797 meters for the lot. So that's over 2 hectares. So that's quite a bit of land. It's got fabulous views, including ocean views. It comes furnished just like you see it. It's got amazing soil for farming. These folks actually do a bit of farming, mostly citrus, passion fruit, dragon fruit, noni, mandarin, lemons, bananas, mangoes, moringa, and ylang ylang. You'll see you can see right there. It's a beautiful setting and a nice piece of property. You could do many things with it. Build a really nice home and use this as a B&B. Add some cabins. Here's the best part. The asking price for this property is $86,500.
That is cool. That's a great price.
I think it's a great price. I think it's a very interesting and unique property. Of course, it may not be for everyone, but there's many things that you could do with it. And starting off at that price leaves you a little money to do it with. This home right here is in Altos del Maria. Altos del Maria is a pretty highly sought after area for foreigners. Europeans tend to love it. You go up this road to Altos del Maria and you think you're in Switzerland or something. It's really surrounded with mountains and nature and lush greenery. This is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath home built in 2011, 1,937 square feet. It's 3.4 acres. It's got phenomenal views.
Wow.
Amazing landscaping. Yeah, it's great.
That view right there is incredible.
Yes, indeed. It's got a large covered terrace that's awesome to be able to sit out there and look at that view. And there's also a pool with this house as well. This home, there, as you can see, it's well constructed. Everything's pretty modern. It's got the spaceship shower there. Air conditioning. This is the covered patio I was referring to. They're either early with the Christmas tree or they're late taking it down.
That might not be a Christmas tree. That could just be another bush.
Well, when I was doing the photos, I noticed it. You can see the kitchen's well appointed. It's good size.
Yeah, American Standard.
American Standard comes just like you see it with all the appliances and the furniture. The asking price for this home, Austin, $279,000.
Wow, awesome.
Yeah, in the middle of like nature, like you can't believe. There's there's some of your view. Oh, this is the next property.
Okay.
This property is in Chamay. It's in a place called High Point.
Wow.
It's in fact a high point. This is a development opportunity. This is for somebody that wants to either have a development, to build a development, or maybe a university of some kind, or a private compound for a group of people.
Wellness center.
Yeah, it's 220 acres. It's
it's huge.
It's on a great road. You can access it from 3 different locations. It's 20 minutes from the beach. The point is 1,400 feet in high, and it's got several large flat areas to build on at the top, which offer views like you just can't believe. I hiked up it, and it was just spectacular. There are 300 meters of riverfront. You can see there's several areas where there's a river, and that is the Rio Chamay, which is a significant river, and it's always running.
Yeah.
There are 2 natural springs which provide potable water. The water, of course, is very good. It comes down from the mountains. It's 50 meters from the paved road. So when you literally drive right by the property, but you have to hike in 50 meters to get onto the property through the gate. There's also a really interesting rock quarry on this property, which provides really great base material for roads. It's called a Tosca, and it's really great material to bust roads in here and build your own. You have all your own material. Look at that view.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Spectacular. I really like this property, and I like its location. It take you an hour to get to Panama City, and you can see, right, you're in nature there. It's lush, very lush. Asking price for this property, there's one of the main access roads to get to it. Asking price for this property, $3,600,000, 220 acres of prime development opportunity.
Tons of greenery.
Oh my God, nothing but, and plenty of water source. So it's a great opportunity.
Awesome. I love it. That was great. That was really, really nice. I think that open air house is pretty cool too, Like,
yeah, I was surprised when I saw it. When I first heard, I thought, oh boy, here we go. But when I got up there, it was pretty nice. I was pleasantly surprised. And like I say, really, the opportunity there to do many things and to start off at 86,000 doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, I agree.
That big as well,
Of course. Now, remember, guys, all this information and more can be yours along with that free ebook. Just go ahead and inside Panama, you can email them at freeebook@ipreinfo.com. Again, that email address, freeebook@ipreinfo.com. All that information's in the text of this post. Go ahead, get that free ebook. If you want to communicate with Mike or anyone on his team, you can do it there as well. And start planning your trip to Panama. We would love to see you down here. I like to drink cold beers, so let's meet up, and Mike can help you find a house. Make sure you pick up the Panama Good Times newspaper when you get down here, and of course the restaurant magazine, which I got in the background for a reason today, guys. I'm really excited. Restaurant magazine is coming back. We're bringing it out in October with a unique distribution method. We got more on that to come. So if you are here in Panama and you do love getting your copy of the restaurant magazine, I have good news. It's coming back in October. So look out for more of that information soon. Again, a huge thank you to Inside Panama, Michael Vuytowecz, and all of our guests that were on the show today. And we'll see you next Sunday. We're going to another town. We're having more fun. And until then, ciao.
Thanks, Austin.